Day 126. Of course he snores. Why wouldn't he? He's like, how could I be annoying even while I sleep? So yeah, I wake up cold in a wet ass tent. I guess it really doesn't show up, but this place is very moist. When we got here last night, so much breath was coming out. Not just because it was cold, but because it's very moist here. Very, very moist. So it's like 6 a.m. I did sleep in pretty late, but not bad for getting in at like 1 a.m. or so. It was a very long, very uncomfortable drive. I appreciate the fact that, we were able to drive here and do all this stuff, but, with, 5 of us, all our gear, all our food, and I'm rocking 3 bags worth of shit. I've got a lot of stuff. Everybody's got a lot of stuff. We have it all in there, and of course we have to fit BC's ass in there too, and of course he wants to take up a bunch of space and fart the whole time and giggle like a little kid. Yeah, fuck. Tired of him already. Yeah. So yeah, today we're headed out. Things might have changed a little bit. Angry squirrel. Things might have changed a little bit. Red's leg's still hurting him, so he might not go hiking with us. He might just be van support. What a nice guy. But if he's not going, and it's just me and the other guys, and BC wants to go take off and do a mountain and expects us to sit in one spot and wait for him, we've all talked and we're just going to ditch his ass. He can catch up to us. I like that plan. Even though I do not kind of need to take my time, I need to spend a few more days getting to town. But, it'll all work out. I don't need to take it on Trail Zero. I don't want to take it on Trail Zero. And I definitely don't want to do it for that guy. I'll do it for some people, but I don't want to do that guy any favors. Yeah, I'm waiting, counting up now. Yeah, that's him yelling at me. I'm vaping now. Mountain coyotes sound a little different than desert coyotes. Definitely a pack of them over there, though. Finally stepped out of my tent. Looks nice out here. Can't wait for the sun to come up and help dry me off a little bit. That's how close we were all sleeping together. So I don't know if I was talking loud enough to bother him. He's on the other side of the van there, but he does have kind of super hearing in the morning. I wake count up most mornings. Either I walk, like a couple days ago he was camping near the water source and I tried to walk by him so silently, but he still heard me. Walked by him at like 4 a.m. one day to go take a poop. He's like, nope, you woke me up. He's never bitter about it, but he does grumble and stuff when I do wake him up. Uh-oh, there's a lock on that door. Hopefully this is unlocked. Uh-oh, this is not boding well. Where am I supposed to poop? Well, the doors were locked. I'm going to wander and see if I find another one real quick, but if there is not a building to poop in, I'm just going to dig a cat hole. I know they don't want me to do that in campsites, but when you lock up the only place to poop, what do you expect me to do? Hello, dear. Well, not seeing one in this direction, huh? It's all that steam coming up over there. Is there a hot spring or something? Or is that just a cloud, a low cloud? I don't know. Yep, going back the other way. We're just gonna poop in a campsite. Well, nearest a campsite anyway. Not in. I'm not a jerk. I mean, I am sometimes, but I'm not trying to be. I just want to drop a morning deuce. Is that too much to ask? A nice new one. Look at that. I've never seen such a nice pooper. Oh, I'm glad I walked around a little bit. Well, let's see if they're unlocked. They're lucky I was just going to poop in your campsite. Didn't want to do it, but you know, when you don't leave me options, you do what you got to do. Oh, I needed that. Ooh. Didn't realize how much I had in me. Now I gotta wonder how late are these guys gonna sleep. But we didn't get in until after 1 a.m. Lucky and Red get up decently early as far as humans go. Count's pretty late, and BC's super late. So I would not be surprised if we didn't get a start till noon today. Literally wouldn't be surprised. So it looks like my razzing him has worked a little bit because he was up on time today. Nice. So you came out, got his stuff done, tore his tent down at a normal human time. And that's all I'm really asking for, man. A little be considerate to those around you. Nobody wants to wait on your punk ass all day. So I'm glad at least we've started taking care of that. You know, it's training. Sometimes you need to be told. I need to be told every once in a while. I'm an asshole. I'm inconsiderate. I do all those things too. I am not perfect by any means. Not even close, nor am I pretending to be, nor will I ever try. But, you know, I do try to be considerate. So tent is almost dry. You can see little water droplets all over it, but it's because the sun went away. We're preparing all our food and whatnot. We're going to be going out for 5.5 days or so. One of them is going to be an on-trail 0 more than likely. And then we got to see how Red feels because his leg's still bothering him. So he's going to hike out with us. If he has issues, he'll come back and hang out here for a week, he says. I hope not, man. I'm hoping to hang out with him one last time. Sad he's going. Everything's going to change. Finally, we are off. We are surrounded by beauty already in pretty much every direction. I just got this crazy random positivity from a dude. I was really nice. Well, actually, a few positive moments. Like I'm standing there and this dog looks at me, and I can tell by the look at its eyes, it's cool. And it comes, walks over to me, passes everybody else up, and it's friendly to me. I was like, awesome, that makes up for the dog that was a dick to me yesterday. And then as I'm walking up to the trailhead, some old dude is looking at me, and he's just looking at me. You know, he's I don't know, 80s, has a very wilderness appeal to him. He looks like he spent some time out here, leathery man. And I assume it's because, you know, I'm wearing a kilt and I have a bunch of colored streamers hanging off the back of my pack right now. I feel like they're mosquito protection, but it looks mildly flamboyant. So, you know, he's staring at me enough to where I thought, oh, he's going to say something. And he goes, dude, you look awesome. You know, I was like, what? I was not expecting that. I was like, thanks, man. You know, random positivity in the day. We should have been, of course, out here a while ago. We were all, you know, doing our food thing and, you know, getting ready for it because, you know, we want to carry, we're scheduled to be out for 5.5 days. And right as we're done, you know, we've been bullshitting for 15, 20 minutes. Right when we're ready to leave, BC's like, no, I'm going to go poop. So we all have to wait on him. And even Count pointed out, I was like, dude, he always does this. Because he can tell I'm irked with the dude. Dude can tell I'm irked with the dude. He's like, there's nothing you're going to do to change him. You know, he didn't use the word entitled, but, you know, suggested. And he's like, he's completely unaware that he does this stuff. And it probably irks me more because, you know, I'm an early dude. If we have an appointment somewhere, I'm going to be there an hour early. I'm an hour early to work every day. I do not like showing up on time. I like getting to a place and chilling and relaxing, knowing all is well. So the fact that, like, he loves to have people wait on him probably irks me more because it's my pet peeve not to have people wait on me. The only time these guys have ever had to wait on me was when I passed out on a park bench thingy, kind of drunk, and they looked for me. And that was 10 minutes. Oh, no, I was even 5 because they said they'd meet back at the van in 5 minutes if nobody found me. And so they found me within 5 minutes because I was literally 100 feet away. Don't make people wait on me. Anyway, enough about that. I'm just, you know, got to get stuff off my chest every once in a while so I don't sit there and think about it over and over because it's not a real issue. You know, he's an annoyance. He'll be out of the picture in no time. I don't hate him by any means. I just find him annoying. Don't like privileged people. Even though I act that way sometimes myself, I recognize that. So we are a little concerned about Big Red as well. His shins are still hurting. He says he's just going to walk. He got dropped off first so he could have a head start. But you can tell he's really concerned about it. He's not letting it on. But body language and actions tell me otherwise. So there is a chance. Ooh, look at all these bugs. They'll show up on camera eventually. There is a chance I'll see him walking the other way because he's just going to go back to camp. And if he does that, me and Count already talked. We're not waiting for BC. Look at this. Is it showing up? There we go. Just this area right here. Tons of moths. Look at this beautiful water. Is that aquamarine? Beautiful. So yeah, Big Red comes back this way. That tells me and Count aren't taking it on Trail 0. We can make it into town in 4 days instead of 5.5. Glad he's on the same page I am on most things. I get along with everybody in the crew really well, but you know, I'm kind of partial to him. He's the most similar to me, I guess. Oh, wow. I gotta go a little off trail. There's a little trail for this. Okay, yeah. I hope I have some storage space for this. I better go in and delete some videos because I have to imagine I'm going to be filming a lot. We're going through the Circa Towers this time. I did not get to do that last time I came through. Whew, look at this. Oh, we are in for some good stuff. I really like the pictures with the water and all that. I mean, this isn't the best because the sun's not doing the proper thing, but I like flipping them upside down. It's one of the few things I'm throwing up the word in the air quotes right now, editing, because I don't really edit. But I do like to flip a picture with a reflection upside down. I'm just curious if anybody even notices. Oh, this has been well worn. Look at that, horses. There's quite literally grass growing out of these roofs in the hunts. Those are in really good shape for like homesteading stuff, if that's what they are. Somebody's maintaining them. Uh-oh. Since they're still here and I've been fucking off, that means they had to take off their shoes to get across this. I don't want to take off my shoes. I'm going to try to pole vault. Pole vaulting. I pole vaulted over there. Still have dry shoes. I just stick my poles in the water out as far as I can, and I jump, and I just lift my body weight, and these things can support me, and I glide to the other side. I don't do it often because I don't want to break an ankle, but it works. Yay, dogs. It's actually barking at Lucky, going for her. No, they love her. So even though we just began, it is rather late in the day for us. And we all know who I'm blaming. But yeah, it's already 11 o'clock, man. We're planning on doing, you know, slightly over 20 every day, give or take. We don't do plans, but, you know, that's our suggested amount of mileage is somewhere in the 20s. No need to hurt ourselves, come on. Especially the first few days when your pack's heavy. Even though mine doesn't feel heavy. Mine actually feels unusually light, like I'm forgetting something. But I've gone through my mental checklist and everything's in there. But yeah, I feel lighter than usual. Everybody's complaining about how heavy their packs are, and I'm still the heaviest. But I'm not the one complaining about how heavy my pack is. My pack just feels like my pack. But yeah, I don't want to do 20 starting at 11. That sounds like work. You know, 11 o'clock, I'm supposed to at least have like 10 miles-ish. And to just start. But it is what it is. We didn't get until like after 1 last night. I knew they'd sleep in a bit. That aquamarine color is just groovy, man. Get on my way, trees. Move it. Look at that monolith. Oh man, that's some beauty, and we're not even up in it yet. One of those things when you're looking out and back, triggered a memory. Last time I was here, I walked on that side of the lake, and I remember going there thinking there might be sustenance and stuff because in-house. Because that one's big enough to look like, hey, it might be a place. But it turns out they're places you rent out. So, you know, I was eating my food and charging my stuff, and they didn't like me being there. I think they might even have said something. I don't remember leaving, but maybe I did. I don't know. A dude almost bear sprayed me on the other side over there. That was the first memory that got triggered. Because I'm walking along, the trail's real twisty over there, so there's lots of corners you can't see around. And I'm hearing this tink, tink, tink. I'm like, what the hell is that, you know? When I come around the corner, this guy's got his cup in one hand and bear spray in the other, and he's straight pointing it at me. And just like staring at me with wild eyes. I had to actually say, you better not fucking spray me. Before he dropped his bear spray. But yeah, he had pointed right at me. I was like, what the fuck? You know, oh man, I don't want to get sprayed. And he's gonna look really funny doing the rest of his hike with that can of bear spray hanging out his ass. So, good thing he didn't spray me. But I have been here, but I did it no-bow. So I saw these things from all the other directions. Groovy, man. See the green totally disappear. It's cool when sunlight hits this water, it makes it look completely different. I do remember that on a much smaller lake somewhere way in here, next to something called Cube Rock, but I don't know if I'm even going that way this time. Last time I would have taken mostly red line. Didn't do Circuit Towers, almost positive. We were all pressed for time and cold and stressed. But this time I am none of those things. We're here to enjoy our hike this time, man. We suffered enough last time. Wish I would have thought about it sooner. I'd have maybe tried to talk somebody back there into canoeing me all the way across this. Never got to do that. Not that I mind the hike, I just like opportunities to do stuff I haven't got to do before. Luckily, the trail is rather well manicured, as I assumed it would be. So I can just let my eyes feast. This place is awash in positivity. Quite opposite of the feeling I got in Glacier. Where Glacier just, I don't know, it didn't have a real positive vibe to it. There's beauty everywhere and whatnot. But it is so spoiled by man, is the way it feels. But here everybody's happy. Everybody I pass chats me up, tells me positive things, gives me positive images of myself, you know, tell me how good I look when last guy was just loving on my outfit. I don't know if it's the streamers or the kilt, but it's nice. I'm getting just positive reinforcement everywhere. Wonder why that spot over there is a completely different color. Enhance. The water looks totally different over there. See the far shore, sunlight's touching the water there. Color change is just impressive. I like it when it's little spotlights though, just a little beam going across the water. Oh, I know what that is, why the changes. That's where the river's coming in, pouring water into this bad boy. Which makes sense. I like it when I answer my own questions. What's really cute to me is how many of the people that I pass have their bear spray in their hands. Again, it's good to be prepared and all that, but like, I haven't seen a single grizzly turd yet, nor do I expect to. Not for a while. I did see a grizzly last time I was here. Decently close. Yeah, not super close, but decently. But it was rutting in some tall grass. I don't know what it was digging for. So you can only see like its shoulders and back and hump and stuff. Couldn't see any legs or a head. And I'm like, to the person I'm with, I'm like, hey, look, a grizzly. And they're like, no, it's not. That's a boulder with moss growing on it, because you can clearly see its hair moving around the wind. At least I could. Look at this back and forth for a minute where you yelled, hey, you a bear? And it stuck its head up, looked right at us, and then went back to whatever it was doing. And I was like, okay, that's a really, really big animal, man. Respect. Here. But, you know, I see no sign. If I start seeing like grizzly footprints and stuff like that, because I haven't even seen a single one of those. And 99% of the turds I've seen so far on this trail were weeks old at best. I saw 1 or 2 green ones. But all the rest were old black ones. Oh, I must be in a good mood because I'm a chatty Cathy today. Not just to you guys, but to everybody I pass. The 2 dudes I was passing there were having a deep discussion on coffee. And I'm like, hey, I know my coffee. Yeah, because there's the whole thing, does it dehydrate you, does it not? I used to think it did. I know better. As he's saying, well, everybody has their own opinion. I'm like, yeah, if you search on Google, you can find whatever answer you want. That's the way the internet works. It'll have both sides. But there are things in scientific journals that have been peer-reviewed and researched that, you know, you can go to, because that's how science works. And it says it does not dehydrate me, especially the more of it I use. Because I'm damn near immune to caffeine at this point because I started drinking it when I was in the womb. I'm willing to bet quite literally. And it's made out of so much water, it actually hydrates me. Go figure. It does slow my calcium absorption just a bit, but if I put a little bit of creamer in there, it negates those effects. I know my coffee. But as you can tell, I'm probably like 3 cups deep at this point. But that was hours ago, man. But I'm also one of those dudes that can drink a cup of coffee and fall asleep at the same time. Well, Groovy, I actually passed some people that I met quite a while ago back in New Mexico. I don't remember their names because we all know I'm horrible with names. But again, they were in such positive spirits, smiling and happy. Because most Nobos, the true Nobos that I'm coming across, have that 1,000-yard stare going on. They're not happy people. I mean, some are, but most of them look like they've been through some shit. They were all smiles and happy. You know, I love that. And I'm going to actually run into them again, because everybody I'm running into now, when we're done, actually run into this time, we're doing, we still have the northern stretch, so we're halfway in the winds right now, headed south. Then we're going to go to the end of the winds, head south, so we'll see everybody again. And then we have to go a couple 100 miles north after this and fill in that gap going south. So we'll see everybody again. It's got to be confusing. Like, this crawler guy gets around. I've been everywhere, man. I'm just feeling it today, man. It's nice. Oh, that was Lucky Duck. She's just farting around out here. She's like, nah, I'm just playing around out here. Because I was like, damn, are you true Nobo? Because that's what I asked most people that are headed north. But yeah, she seemed way too happy to be a true Nobo. Again, smiles, positivity, and hugs. I would like a hug. We don't get enough of those in life. And I am kind of creepy. Most people don't really want to hug me. I understand. I don't reach out for the hug, you know. I'm not an initiator of hugs with most people. Because that's kind of awkward. But if you offer me one, I will almost always take it. Unless you're as creepy as me. She even made mention. She says, oh, I see a glow about you. Because I am glowing today. I can feel it. It's nice that it shows. I'd have stayed and talked longer, but I don't know how far the guys are planning on going today, so you gotta at least pretend to keep up, because as I always say, everybody is faster than I am. Except when I really try. This is the upper Green River Lake or something. It's less green than the other one. It's more of a pale blue. Caught up to everybody taking a little break. Poor Red broke his tooth out again. Same one, but this is the second time in, I don't know, 2 weeks. So that's really inconvenient for like the first day out. And the fact that he started, I don't know, roughly a half hour before us, and we caught him already, tells me, excuse me, that his leg is probably hurting him. Hope he doesn't hurt himself, in a bad way, trying to hang out with his buddies and whatnot. But I wouldn't want to turn back either. So in talking with the guys, the plan is to try to do 21. The first 11 are super easy and flat. I don't know what the second 11 are like. But I'm actually hoping that since Red is mildly injured, that we camp a little earlier than that since we started so late. And then that forces BC and Lucky Strike to make the choice of do they camp with us or do they keep walking so they can get closer to their destination. Because they need to hit that mountain early as all get out because it is super steep, super high, covered in ice and snow. They're bringing ice axes and helmets, the whole 9 yards, crampons and shit. No, thank you. But, since I am a spiteful bastard, I would like to slow them up a little bit. Just because BC always slows us up. But since this is something I'm not doing, we're not doing, I would love to somehow slow him up and then laugh at him about it. Okay, new petition. All national parks, huge ones. Lots of places like this, no fly zones. Not allowed to fly a jet over the top of them. And that stresses out the animals too. I mean, that's not just for me, but I was saying it just for me. They can easily fly around this stuff. It'll take them all a minute or 3. No birds, huh? Just noticing that. So there is a good chance it's going to rain today. According to Count, which he seemed like he was being honest, they're lying less now that I called them out more and that I'm getting mildly upset about it. I think they're realizing, But anyway, he said there's a 70% chance, and by looking up, I think, oh yeah, I do agree. That's unfortunate. Hard to enjoy these views when you can't even look up, Of course, this isn't even the good stuff. Good stuff is really about 50 miles south of here. Gonna be some great stuff in between, but that's what I'm excited about. The reason why it's so milky is there's all these minerals in it because this is glacial runoff. At least that's the stories I've heard. Sounds legit, so I believe it. You rarely see Lucky Strike break out a pole, so I assume it's not some balancing. Success. There's little streams everywhere, but at least there's logs piled up. I don't know if on purpose. I'm having to assume on accident because they're pretty big. Not that people would move them here for us, but if they did, thank you. If it was done by nature, thank you even more. Uh-oh, do I have to cross this? Well, that one looks the best. I'm guessing I do, but the trail continues, and often when it continues to something that's easy to cross. Huh. Well, I don't know about easy, but there's two of them. Oh. Yeah, they're going to be a little slippery. It's going to be a little scary. I'm definitely not doing it with the camera on. All right, maybe the trail just continues. I'm going to look at the map, make sure I have to cross. So follow the trail up a little further. There's a much better log jam. Okay. Oh, I just got scared right when I got over the water. Oh, because it moves a little bit. Okay, putting the camera down. I don't want to fall in. elk or moose. Looks really big. I'd like to guess moose, but it's been so long since I've seen an actual moose that I'm not sure. You see them all side by side, it's really easy to tell, but when you're seeing one by itself, well, it looked like it was going to rain there for a moment, but look at that. Keep up the blue skies, baby. Oh, there's a bridge. Nice. What's left of a bridge. Seems to have partially collapsed, but not the important parts. That just seems unsafe, huh? Wait till OSHA hears about this. Do we get another bridge? Ah, yes we do, okay. Well, at least a log. Yeah. That's sketchy looking. Luckily for me, before I started crossing, Lucky Straight came along and was like, hey dumbass, you don't even have to cross there. I guess I just got in the flow of crossing rivers there for a minute. So many good pictures in here. Just walking up and like, oh, that'd be good. Stay everywhere. The scenes just set themselves up. I'm just lucky enough to be here to push the button. Well, why is there a path going off in this direction? Let's find out. Oh yeah, there's definitely an easier way over here. He's just chilling there. It is 3:50 in the afternoon. Chances again are likely that it will rain. Hopefully we luck out again. Okay, so we're all headed to a part I remember. Cube Rock Pass. Now it was a pretty interesting boulder field. I don't believe I've ever hiked through a boulder field like it before. It was huge boulders the size of mansions and whatnot. Up here in a bit, another couple miles tops, we're going to run out of forest. And it will be the last we will see of trees and whatnot. Because this thing is, as far as I remember, there's like a big badass piece of ice in this, and it melted away. And the sides just crumbled in because, you know, there wasn't ice to support them anymore. And that's what we're going to try to pick our way through. Now, I'm going to imagine going up is going to be way more difficult than going down. Because there's no real trail. There's a few cairns here and there. But at least when you're looking down, you can see tons of them, you know? Or not tons of them, but see more. Looking up, not the same thing. I do remember at the very last piece of Earth, there was two guys, weekenders, too big a packs on. His dog tried to attack me. I hit it with my stick. Distinctly remember that. I was going to bear spray it, but I couldn't reach it. But when it came around behind me, I gave it a good thwack. And it respected after that. But I warned them. I'm like, hey guys, it's late in the day. You don't want to go in there. You're never going to find a camping spot, and you're not going to make it through before dark. And they're all gung-ho, like, nah, we got this. We're weekend warriors. Curious if I'll find their bodies when I go through there this time. I can tell you they really had a rough night. They either hiked late in the night to get over Cube Rock Pass, or slept on a semi-flattish big old boulder. I think those are about your only options. Let's see if my memories are close to reality. It's already 4 o'clock. We're still like 4 miles away from it. I'm sure we'll make it through, but I don't remember what's on the other side of it. I'm imagining a lot of rocks there as well. But Red's pretty good at scoping out campsites via comments before we ever get there. He has an idea of where he's headed. I generally just kind of wander till I get tired, pick up water, find a flat spot. more of a boulder field than this. This is probably part of it. Uh-oh. I just felt raindrops. Man. But yeah, it's boulders this size and larger and whatnot. None of this dirt and trees and stuff, just boulders. I mean, the trail was easy enough to find on the way down. Hopefully it's the same on the way up, but I have my doubts. Bunch of flowers growing on a rock. Yeah, dig it. I don't want to go into Cube Rock Pass if it is a-raining. Although maybe there's a cave in there or something. I bet there's a huge overhang. But, you know, how long until I find it? So I've given everybody like a heads up on Cube Rock. Because everybody plans on doing a little DOT when we get to the top of this pass. But it's like, Cube Pass is no joke, man. I'm not going to be drinking for it. It could get dangerous. Especially if elements kick in. Everything's moving kind of fast. And the temperature's definitely dropping. Ooh, ooh. Yeah, I'm sweaty, so that kind of helps too, huh? Oh, the change is happening. I don't want to leave the shelter of the trees if it's going to be raining. Because once we run out of trees, we run out of trees for a long time. Oh, a tree just went down. I got to see it. I wasn't quick enough to capture it on video, but I got to see its whole descent. Oh. It came down nice and slow though. Fell through the other trees. Hopefully the one that comes for me comes slowly. Oh, that wind's cold. Okay, it looks like the trees are starting to run a little thin. Can't tell which tree came down anymore. Wasn't as dramatic as I'd like. It's a big one, you know, like these guys, not huge, but still big. Oh, it's coming for me. Uh-oh. It's unavoidable. It's gonna yell at me any second. No. I think I'm going to find a nice tree to hang out under for a minute. They're getting kind of skinny. Yeah, hard to tell, but there's ice falling from the sky. 'Cause why not? Ran into bluegrass. Last time I saw him was when I hooked up with these guys in Chama, New Mexico. So he's made it this far. Portable G and them are ahead of him, so maybe we'll see him on the next leg. All right, time to put the phone away because it's getting wet. So I found me a nice little umbrella tree. It's very tiny, but it's got some good foliage. I'm going to wait here for a little while longer because she doesn't appear to be done. She agrees. Yeah, I'm going to kick it here for because it is cold, man. Of course, there's no breath. But yeah, I'm saying it's in like the mid 40s right now. It hurts. So I'm just going to stay here with my favorite tree. I'm not even going to do a safety meeting because my fingers are all wet and stuff. And, you know, you can't really do it's delicate work. You need nice dry fingers. But maybe I'll be under here for a while. I am not doing 21 today. I am not even going into Cube Pass. Because they keep replaying me telling those guys not to go in over and over in my mind. And I'm like, how dumb is it for me to go in there? I mean, it's slightly different because, you know, I'm more in shape than they are. They were weekenders and their packs were way above their head. You know, I carry heavy, but they were carrying heavy. So, you know, I'm more capable of getting through there. But at the same time, why suffer? So there is a kind of flat spot behind me. If this blows over, I might just grab it. I'm kind of ready to be done for the day, although I've only done like 14 or something. And I didn't get out till 11. Whose fault? Not mine. But this is where I'm at, so it's exactly where I'm supposed to be. And with near perfect timing, I got set up before it started coming down in the fat drops. Oh, BC's hiding under a rock over there. It can't be much shelter because it's not really under a rock. It's just really against its face. Oh, it is fucking cold, man. Oh, I wish I was tough like bluegrass. He just passed us. I mentioned it, but that dude was just tough. Like, you know, we're all freezing, and he comes down the hill in shorts and a t-shirt and an umbrella, smoking a cigarette. Just like, hey guys, how's it going? Like, no big deal. I bet he was the same way in Colorado through the snow. Like, hey guys, like nothing seems to phase him. His calves are about as big around as my chest, though. He's a pretty burly dude. Oh, fuck. I'm so glad I'm in my tent. Keep my eye out for the guys just so I can see if they pass. It's good to know if they're ahead or behind me. And I'm right next to the trail. The first spot I looked at was pretty okay, but then I realized it had a bunch of big dead trees all around it. I watched another tree while I was hiding under my little branchy tree under there. I watched another one come down. Not fully, but I got to see part of it drop and heard the crunches. I have a huge one next to me, but it's already leaning in a direction away from me, and there's a smaller tree between me and it, so it's not going to get me. It's already got its trajectory picked, and I am not in its way. Fuck, I'm sick of cold, man. When is it ever warm in America above like the you know, like I don't know, above the Southwest anywhere? It's like, you know, the whole Southwest is pretty damn nice, you know, gets nice and warm. But everywhere else freezes all year long. Is that how the country works? I did not realize this. I thought everywhere got this thing we call summer, where, you know, it's warm and you get to frolic with your fucking flowers and sunshine and stuff. But no. There's ice. There's always ice. And good luck to those ones. I don't even have to fuck with them on their going to hike that mountain tomorrow, because we're miles away from where it even begins. Miles. So yeah, good luck on them. Oh hey, I found count. Okay, the guys just passed, so now I know they're in front of me. We've talked about which line they're taking, because there is a purple line and a red line coming up. So, you know, I want to establish that. They're going to run out of trees in no time. They're forced to do Cube Pass, and hey, have fun with that, man. Have fun. I'm not going to wake up super early. It's going to be dark, man, and then Cube Pass was hard in the daylight going downhill. So I'm not risking it, man. I'm just going to wake up when I wake up and start hiking, and I will catch up to these guys. If I need to, I can turn the speed on. I've impressed myself before. So this is where I live tonight, because I'm going to stay dry and warm, but no, I'm still kind of wet until it's cold. But I will be dry and warm soon with some food in my belly. I count myself really fortunate. I did not drink all of my water, so I have enough to make dinner, not enough for coffee. But if it stops raining entirely, I will go out and get some water for coffee in the morning. But if it keeps raining, I'll probably still go out and get coffee, water for coffee in the morning. Got priorities. But first, I'm going to make some dinner and warm myself up. I'm under my sleeping bag of the whole 9 yards. Feeling better, but not great. Well, the skies have cleared up. I went out to go get some water. I'm not going to try to catch up to the guys. It's already 6:20 or so. They're maybe 2 miles ahead of here. They got to go through another pass and stuff. They like night hiking. I don't. Since they're going to be doing an on-trail 0 tomorrow, it will be really easy to catch them. I don't even have to try. They say they're going down to, I think they said it was called Titcomb Lake. But when I looked on the map, there was 3 of them named Titcomb Lake, so that didn't help. But, you know, hey, they're all in a path. They're all in a line with each other. I'll be able to find them. They will more than likely be lit by the time I do. So they'll be even louder and easier to find. No, I'm going to take a nice little me day and just walk slow and enjoy myself. That sounds nice. Because Lucky and BC are going to climb some shit taller than those things. They're going for the tallest peak in the state. And there's snow and stuff they got to go through. And I say nay. I say nay. That doesn't sound like fun at all. Okay, now we got water for coffee. Life is good.